Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
I'm shipping up to Boston. Whoa, shipping up. All right, this is your host, Luke Hatmaker of The Daily Grind. See, they sing bad in real life, so I can sing bad. Mimicking them, it works. Shout out Dropkick Murphys. It's the only thing from Boston I'm going to be happy about this morning. It is Tuesday, and I've got my dear friend, my Dr. Buckets. How are you, sir? How are you, Rusty? You good, brother?
I am, man. You know, I was traveling a lot last weekend, like we talked about on Saturday. I meant to tell you this, and we had a great time. Thursday night, we had a social. There was dinner, there was drinks, there was dancing. You know, our group, we learned Footloose, the line dance to Footloose, which was a ton of fun. There's a video I have to send you. It's great. But they started playing the YMCA, and my buddy next to me turns to me and goes, dude, I don't know the lyrics. And I said, young man, there's no need to be down.
Yes.
The long setup is a long burn.
No,
but there you go.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Also, it's worth noting it's April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day to you, sir. I don't have it in. Don't you dare. Don't you get
No,
me.
I don't, but it's a fitting day because April Fool's Day is also my guy Drew Gann's birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Buck. It couldn't be a more appropriate day of the year to be your birthday than a day that we celebrate fools. So happy birthday, Drew.
Happy birthday, Drew.
How's the day, sir?
I'm sorry we don't have anything to celebrate with you except a Grizzlies loss, Uncle Buck. The Grizzlies lost to the Boston Celtics. I think they did it for you, Uncle Buck. I don't blame you. But they lost 117-103 in a weird game.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it in weird spurts. I watched the second quarter, and then I watched the fourth quarter, and then I went back and watched the first and the third, and I was like, what's happening? It was just kind of a weird way to watch. I mean, they were up by
11 in the first half.
Yep.
Brought it to within 2 possessions with under 5 minutes to go. We went on an 8-0 run.
Yep.
We were cooking it. It was going our way. Defense was there. The energy level was there. And then Boston calls the timeout. Our boy Pete Pranica, shout out Pete. He did an awesome job on TNT last night. He did so good. Boston calls a timeout only to go on a 7-0 run and curtains for the Grizzlies last night. But it just, like, we had, going back to the first quarter, we had a locked-in Ja Morant for most of the night, but especially in that first quarter, right? He was dancing. He hit like 3 out of 4 threes there during the stretch. Like, he was playing really well in that first quarter, Luke. And I thought that last night was going to be the night we got that proverbial monkey off of our back. But, I mean, Boston's one of the best teams in the league for a reason, right?
Yeah, man. And, like, you hate to once they get hot from 3, once those shots start falling from 3, it's just really hard to turn their water off. And that was the case last night. I mean, they shot 62 threes.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And what's crazier is that we tried to match them shot for shot. We are not a 3-point shooting team. That's what was so frustrating late in that game was the fact that, like,
we abandoned the paint.
That's it, man. We were belt to ass in the paint, right? Like, we were playing so good, getting what we wanted inside. You know, Jaren was getting good post ups. Like, we had the matchup advantage in the paint, but instead we tried to go shot for shot with one of the most high volume 3-point shooting teams in the league, and you can't do that, right? Like, we just wasted so many possessions because Boston took 62 threes last night, obviously missing the majority of them that could have turned into runouts and layups and stuff for us. But instead there was too many offensive rebounds, second chances, and we just got out of our game last night.
Yeah. And I think I honestly think that if we stick to our game plan last night, we might have, I think if we play that game 9 times out of 10, you know, I think we split the wins a little bit because it's like you said, if we didn't try to go shot for shot with them down the stretch, I think we stay in that game a little bit closer. I mean, and I'm not going to harp on him too much, but this is the second, third game in a row where Luke Kennard has not attempted a 3. If you're going to go shot for shot with the damn Celtics, you got to at least take a damn 3. Boy,
our best 2 3-point shooting players last night were a combined 1 for 5. Desmond Bane was 1 for 5 from 3. Luke Kennard in 19 minutes was 0 for 0. In 41 minutes in his last 2 games, he has exactly 1 point, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Like, Cardio Kennard, congratulations, you're wearing your Fitbit out, getting your steps in, because that's all you're doing, man. What are you doing to contribute to this basketball team?
It's been really, really quite irksome as we've watched this game, because one thing I will say about Tuomas, which I love, I saw it in the comments. I'm where to go. I've been getting so many people texting me out of nowhere, been like, "Hey, Luke, you the coach of the Grizzlies?" Like,
I can see it, bro.
I'm just getting started.
You need to work on your Finnish accent, and that'll be the same.
I feel like it's a really hard accent to do. Every time I hear him talk, I'm like, "What are you even doing, brother?" But anyway, I digress. I have been very pleased with his distribution of minutes. This dude is playing his best players. John Morant, 30 minutes. Jaren Jackson Jr., 33. Desmond Bane, 31. Santi Aldama, 36. I think Edey plays more had he not been in foul trouble. I mean, dude was he had 5 fouls in the first half or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
just hacking.
Like it was like, God, dude.
It's just like he's starting to figure it out. Like, you can tell, like, he knows, hey, there's a run happening here. I need to get my best guys on the floor. But there were still minutes last night where we didn't have any of the big 3 on the floor in the second half, which absolutely cannot happen. A. B, like, when Jaren is the only one of the big 3 on the floor, every single offensive possession needs to flow through 13. I will take a Jaren at the elbow, trying to dribble down over any Santi Aldama 3, over any Jalen Wells 3, over any Vince Williams 3. Like, give the ball to Jaren and let him figure it out. If he can pass out, great. If not, like, you live and die with 13 in that second half. And again, there was just so many times. I remember one specifically, and I harp on this dude a lot. Caveat: Scottie Pippen Jr. is playing amazing lately.
Closed for us last night. 2
times in the second half last night, he got the ball. Jaren was open in the corner, and he looked off and either dribbled into traffic, or he looked at Jaren only to pass to Vince Williams Jr. for a 3, and I could have crawled through the TV. Like, that's not it, bro. Like if Jaren's on the court, give the ball to Jaren. Like, I am not a smart man. Like, I'm not. Like, point blank, period. But even I know to give the ball to Jaren Jackson Jr.
Give the ball to the unicorn out there.
My God.
And I will. I think you had a good caveat. Scottie Pippen Jr. has been one of in the month of March, has been arguably one of the top 3 players we've had on this team. He closed for us last night over Jalen Wells, which I thought was pretty telling. Yep. We ran like 3 straight plays for him where he took the none of them went in, but it doesn't matter. He's playing better ball, but
his defense is what's keeping him on the floor, man.
Oh my
his
God,
effort level on defense is just, he's playing like a man possessed. Like Harkin, I don't know if. He was one of like 3 or 4 players that came out and watched the Tony Allen ceremony from the floor. Maybe he channeled some of that TA energy to where he's like, the new second coming of Tony Allen, going to be slapping the floor, first team all defense. I don't know, but I'm here for it.
I love watching opposing stars just get irritated is something I find a lot of joy in. Watching Jason Tatum get frustrated last night was chef's kiss. He was,
that was awesome.
And I like Tatum's game, but
love Tatum.
I really love watching these dudes get frustrated by the likes of Scottie Pippen Jr., by the likes of and Pip was on him last night.
Like, there was he was, and there was a possession where Jason Tatum, I think it was in the third quarter, goes down and he posts up Jalen Wells and hits like a little baby hook over him because of sheer size, only for Jalen to get the ball on the other end and run down and do that little patented like stop hezzy that he does.
Yep.
That sent Jason Tatum to the baseline and hits the layup, and he turns and barks at him before going down the court. And I was like, okay, young fella, I see you.
Yep. Which that before we go on to the next game, that kind of stuff that we're talking about, right, like that interaction, the jaw smiling, the jaw dancing, something, all of that stuff, the non-basketball stuff, which had been absent since the start of the calendar year,
especially the 2025.
Yes,
been gone.
It had been gone, and it just is really, and for whatever the reason is, whether it's TJ being out, whether it's the playing something, the system they want to play, it's just nice. Even in these 2 losses, they've hung with it. Which, I mean, I'm not saying moral victories suck. We need to win. Right. Plain and simple.
Moral victory sucks.
We need to win tonight, or we might be boned. But in terms of standings, but like, just to see us not get blown out by the Lakers, by the Celtics, to see us keep it a ball game up until
Yeah.
We can't. We've
the
not
give a
been able
damn
to close
factor
them.
is certainly higher than
Yes.
what it has been. You know, you've got guys again, like you said, you had John Dance at the free throw line. You had Jared Jackson Jr. By the way, for the nerds out there trying to trade my guy for not rebounding, had a career high 15 rebounds last night, stepping up in the absence of Brandon Clarke and Edie being in foul trouble. 20 and 15, most rebound trips ever had in his career. God bless all of those sneezes there, sir.
I get
but
excited.
Tripp stepped up from the nerds last night, had 15 boards. But yeah, like the effort level is different. Defense is still a problem. Drew Holiday still had way too many wide open threes last night, and we're still figuring out our perimeter defense. But it was better than it has been. So it felt like the energy's there for whatever reason. Maybe they got new food in the cafeteria, or sudden changes. I don't know, but something is different, and the guys look like they're having fun again.
Yes, and I hope moving into tonight's game, they play the Golden State Warriors tonight.
I just can't wrap my head around people like that want to trade all NBA Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, that's wild.
Doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make it's that.
I don't.
That's not an island you want to plant your flag on. But anyway,
we can have that.
We're going to move on.
We'll have to, yeah, we
I'm
are
hurt some feelings.
We are pro Trip. We're going to need every ounce of Trip tonight, dude. We play the Warriors, who are trying to get those. I think they might be tied, right? We're still a game up on them.
Yeah.
But tonight matters. Tonight matters tremendously, because Golden State, Minnesota, and the Clippers all have 43 wins. We have 44 wins, and this Golden State Warriors team always plays us tough. I don't.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's a song. Speaking, we love to sing on the on the show, and I'm free. Free falling, because that's what the Memphis Grizzlies are doing, man. And tonight, like, we've set ourselves up for this, right? Like, this is as must win of a must win as we've had since we played last night. And all those losses to the Nets and the Bulls and the Trailblazers are catching up to us, because now we have to win against great teams. And one of those being the Warriors, who have 7-3 in their last 10. Luke, don't look now, but if we lose tonight, we're going to be – Minnesota is going to be on our heels for that 7 seed. And it ain't looking good right now.
No, it is not. I don't want to be in the play-in. I desperately don't want to be in the play-in. I desperately want to beat the Golden State Warriors tonight. I don't know what needs to happen exactly we can't give up the open three. That's something that we have to avoid, which is something that we've been incapable of avoiding, it seems.
Yeah. And who shoots a lot of open threes? The Golden State Warriors.
Bingo. We're gonna need our guys that shoot threes to make some. We're gonna need Luke Kennard. We're gonna need Desmond Bain. We're gonna need these shots to fall. And I trust Shelby agrees. I trust Desmond's to it. I trust Desmond's shot to get there. I don't know what about Luke, man. Luke, I'm just really, really worried about him in our rotation now. It's like he was. I don't give a damn about his plus minus. He was one of our few positives yesterday, but I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. One of these was not like the other. Jaren, who is amazing and one of the best players in the NBA, is that guy, was a plus, six?
Plus 6.
And then Luke was a plus 6 and Vince was a plus 1. And one of these is not like the other. You talk about worried about Luke being in the rotate, like where he fits in the rotation. My guy doesn't fit in the rotation. If all you're going to do is get Jake LaRavia like cardio in, where you're just getting your steps in, go play at Esportia. I'm sure there's some YMCA leagues here in Memphis he could go play in. Like, I need my guy to contribute. You're the second all-time leading 3-point percentage shooter in the history of the NBA, and you're out there dribbling around. Like, either I don't know if it's a system thing, if Iafalo needs to figure it out. And get Luke open shots coming off. So you love pick and rolls, and we love to set them for Ja. That's great. Set a couple picks for Luke to get open for a 3, because that's what we needed last night. And the Warriors are coming in, and they're a top 10 defensive team, right? So they know how to defend. They're going to clog the lane for Ja and Jaren. We're going to have to figure out a mid-range or a 3-point shot. And you're absolutely right. That starts and finishes with one Desmond Bain and one Cardio Kennard.
Cardio Kennard, man. And it's I don't know. Like, I've always been a big supporter of Kennard, but bro, it has been bad lately. And it's
going he's decreasing his value, Luke, too, because how are we going to do a sign and trade when my guy won't even shoot?
I really don't know. he has become more baffling this year to me than I have ever expected to be baffled by him, because he has just stopped doing the one thing that he is, incredibly good at.
Yeah.
And I just
the whole reason you're here, bro. You have one job.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't know if he's the one that's pissed off about the system, brother. Get your head out of your ass, because you're not the one that needs to be acting like a diva here.
No. I don't understand. Like, because if you watched the game last night, he had opportunities to shoot and he was looking to pass first. Like, my God, my guy needs to be out there, like, looking to shoot. Like, he has, of anybody on this team, he has the ultimate green light from beyond the arc. You know, the three guys that I would trust shooting threes consistently in order are Luke, Desmond, and Jaren. Those three guys, like, have a permanent green light from beyond the arc. Otherwise, Ja, I need you to work on that midi and get to the rim. Vince, you're there for defense, brother. Like,
yeah, God, at this point, I love you, Vince, but, like, brother, it ain't your year with that shot, and it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out just because it's his birthday. Uncle Buck, the way that Cardio Kennard's been playing, I'd rather have Jake LaRavia, and I never thought I'd be saying that ever.
Yeah,
I know. But the way he's been playing,
yeah,
it's like, and I'm maybe Luke, if you're watching, maybe that'll light a fire under your ass. I know he's not watching. Last thing I want to talk about tonight's game. I never thought we would. Well, no, that's not true. I understand that we would be saying this, but we need Zach Edey out there, man. Like, the way that we have been utilizing Zach Edey, the way that he has been, the way that Tomas is like, you know what? This dude's 7'4",
7 foot forever.
Yeah, like, maybe we should play this guy. The fouls are a problem. Like yesterday was rookie. It's like, damn, dude, this is reminiscent of a young Jaren out there in the foul troubles. But, like, when that dude is bought in, when he's being utilized properly, like a 7-footer should be utilized. Like, you can see the impact he has, and I think we'll need him tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Like, his size is going to be big for us. I mean, once again, you know, Kuminga is a good big, but he's a good matchup for Edey. Lumi, like, there's some guys on this team that he can play with. Like, last night, he's probably out athleted by Porzingis and Al Horford a little bit. Although Porzingis was just as much hacking and leaning forward in blocks, and God bless him. I told Maggie last night, Pete is a consummate professional, because, like, you could tell there was some Grizzly, like, favoritism there last night, and none bigger than there was a moment where Ja went for a layup and Porzingis was literally at a 45-degree angle leaning forward, and Pete was like, "Oh man, they call that same thing on Edey," and Brendan's like, "I mean, that looks clean to me, Pete." And there was this pregnant pause, and it was like, nah, it wasn't. But yeah, man, like, Edey got in foul trouble. He played himself out last night. I do think he has a role on this team, especially with no Brandon Clarke. We saw it against the Lakers. Yes, that's Jackson Hayes, but he can take advantage of size matchups, and tonight could be one of those nights as well.
Yep. Edey is a backup big that's starting.
That's fair for now.
Which is, for now, I think that's where we're at. We'll see. We'll see where we get to. It's obvious we need to win tonight.
I'm looking. So, like, Kuminga is questionable. Kevon Looney is their sole center right now. And then Quentin Post. Like, we've got the size advantage tonight. You know, this could be another one of those where we run out like a Ja, Desmond, Santi, Jaren, Edey kind of lineup that's just long, athletic, and just, you know, see what happens. We got size, you know, athletic. Edey's working on it, but see what happens. So need to win tonight. It's this must win if we've ever had. Like, tonight, like you said, tonight's the night, because this is we don't have the tiebreaker over a single team around us. If we win tonight against the Warriors, we can secure that, and, like, we need this win tonight.
It will go so long.
It'll be good for my mentals too, man. My mentals.
My mentals. I need my mentals to be better.
I need my mentals, man.
Especially after, you know, we need our mentals after what we heard last night. I mean, some news came out yesterday, which I saw you tweet about this. Some of us, I think, got a little PTSD. So, because the Grizzlies PR announced yesterday. I got a notification, and I was like, "What are we doing? Why am I getting a Grizzlies PR notification right now?" And it sounds like I should have had the announcement pulled up in front of me. It sounds like Brandon Clarke is avoiding, after I'll be able to find it because the wording of this announcement was very interesting. And you, as my residential, you're my medicine guy.
Call the shaman.
The shaman, yes, my shaman. So okay, I got it. Over the course of several consultations, a unanimous recommendation was made for Clarke to begin a non-operative treatment and rehabilitation plan for a high-grade PCL sprain in his right knee. Subsequently, Clarke has received an orthobiologic injection and is expected to make a full recovery prior to the start of the 25-26 regular season. That seems a lot like a certain PR announcement we got about Steven Adams a couple years ago. I don't know if I should have pulled them up side by side, but we avoided surgery on a PCL that Steven Adams had, and it cost him his career here. What do you?
I'm a bit more optimistic here.
Okay,
right?
I was going to ask, as a medical professional,
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
The situation is very similar, right? I put out a buck's 2 cents yesterday about it. Like the situation is very similar. It's a PCL sprain. With Steve-O's, it was pretty obvious that there was a complete rupture. With Brandon Clarke's, it feels like there may be like a partial tear, which can heal. Your body can lay down scar tissue and collagen to cause some healing in that ligament, but it's going to be slow because there's not a great blood supply to that area. A. B. Steve-O came in with a history of some knee issues. He had some knee troubles before. He, is a much bigger player than Brandon Clarke, and so the lines of force and things are a little bit different when you're taller like Steve-O is. And plus, like I just think BC is going to do a lot of the more. And I don't mean disrespecting anybody with this, but like more modern medical techniques. Steven Adams was from like beef tallow and like crumbled mushrooms with Aaron Rodgers on his knees, right? Like he was just doing like weird things that just, like BC's in an immobilizer. We're doing all the right things. We'll do some PT, do some pain management, and this thing could heal. It's not like your ACL. I can nerd out here for a minute, but your ACL kind of works alongside your hamstrings, which are a little bit weaker, and they're at a mechanical disadvantage because of the way the tendons wrap around the knee. But your PCL works with your quad, big muscles on the front side of your thigh. So your knee is going to be inherently stable because of your quadricep. The PCL just helps a little more. Mm-hmm. So if you can get the quad and other things around it stronger, theoretically, you can play without a PCL. And so it's not as catastrophic. Like, same thing. When it hit yesterday, I tweeted out the PTSD. Yes, like, whoa. It felt eerily similar, right?
Yep.
But like thinking about it and looking through, like, I think that BC stands a chance. This way, if he does rehab and it goes well, he could play this calendar year by the end of the year.
Okay.
But if not, then
he's gone all season.
If he has surgery, like he's gone all this season and most of the next. And so like, I don't know that we're like with Steve-O, remember we waited like 8 months. Like he got hurt in January and he had surgery in October. So it was like 8-9 months before he had that surgery. I don't think we'll see the same scenario here. I think if this thing's not healing by the summer, we're going to have surgery and we'll go from there.
I mean, if there's anything we know about Brandon Clarke, it's his work ethic is absolutely off the chart. So we know he'll do that part. He'll do all that stuff that's required of him to come back.
For sure.
You made me feel better. Made me feel better than I was originally. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm not all negative, right?
Yeah,
Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah. Bobby Hill. Moving on. It's Tuesday around here. God, I'm glad that went better. I purposefully waited to watch your $2 cents because I was like, he's gonna be on the show. I want to be surprised. Yeah. I want to go in fresh. And so I nerd
out a bit more in it. So go check it out. It's about 5 minutes of your day. Like go watch it. It gives you a little bit more insight into the injury.
You know it's gonna be a happy diagnosis, so go watch it. That's what I'm gonna do as soon as the show ends. Tuesday around here I don't know what was that. We watch television. Yeah, like a TV. We like to tube around here. We watch television because everybody has a TV in their home. I moved my TV to the kitchen the other day because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go full 90s around here and have a kitchen TV. I wanted to watch some March Madness while I did dishes. It was great. Real quick, March Madness aside, all 1 seeds. Boring.
I had 2 in my Final Four, so I'm 50%. I had Florida and Houston, and luckily I have them playing for a national championship. Florida winning, so I'm still in this thing, but barely.
Yeah, not me. My bracket toast. I'm out. I don't even want to watch. It's rigged. Rigged. It is. It's all rigged. But there was other stuff on the TV other than March Madness. I'll go first because this is something that you and I have bonded over. I said that I had a lot of people in the house over the weekend. It was busy. Didn't get to really do a lot. Yesterday, I I chilled because I start my new schedule in the office today. So I was off yesterday. Me and Kyla, we started the Harry Potter marathon, man. It'd been a few months since we did. I wanted a comfort. I wanted something. I wanted like I wanted like a blanket, like an invisibility cloak, as it were, to wrap around me and to just sink into. And, we got up and we started early and we got through like 5. We watched the first 5 and it's just so great. It's important to revisit the stuff that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And the whole time we were watching, it's just great too. Cause you could be like, look at Ron. Stupid, it's just great. I love it. I love Voldemort. You can quote it. It's a good movie just to be able to like sleepily be under your blanket and just be like quoting at. It's just it was a really good. It's like, okay, let's get centered and let's go kick today's work butt. And so Harry Potter is what I did a lot of tubing yesterday. How about you?
Nice.
Are you new? Are you watching new stuff?
So I'll be honest, like I've been traveling so much lately for my birthday and then work. I hadn't had a ton of time to watch things other than sports. Maggie and I did finish Silo on Apple TV. It's really good. Like, I finally got past the fact that it's nothing like the book. Like we've gone completely off the rails. But it's good, right? It was entertaining. I would recommend watching on Apple TV if you like sci-fi, future dystopian kind of thriller type shows. It's very entertaining. It's good. The actors do a good job in it. So I'll vicariously tube through Maggie. She has been watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix, I think. Said it was really, really good.
Is it The Perfect Family?
I think it's called The Perfect Couple. Hang on.
Does it have the girl from ER in it? Or Grey's Anatomy?
Let's see. No, it's The Perfect Couple. It's got Nicole Kidman.
Yes. I'm thinking of something else. You're right.
Dakota Fanning. Yeah, she said it was really good. You got me.
I love Dakota Fanning.
She said it was good. Said it's worth watching. She's enjoying it. It's picked up. She likes it. She's also watching The White Lotus season 3. And
Kyla's watching The White Lotus
season
3.
Weird.
Yeah,
so weird.
One thing about me, I really struggle watching television about absurdly rich white people doing absurdly rich white people things. I just struggle with it. I always identify with the help. I'm like,
likewise, I grew up poor.
I'm like, you know what? Be nice to that guy. So I struggle with it, but it's the kind of show where I'll walk by and Kyla's watching it, and I'll see a scene in my eye. I'll just be like, I'm like, what the hell are you watching? And it's great. I mean, I'm glad to hear that Silo's good because Apple TV
Silo's good, man. Apple TV's got some good stuff.
Yeah,
man. Silo was good. So we're kind of looking for. We hadn't gotten into Severance. Maggie tried to watch it. Like I get it. Like I get the appeal, but
have you seen the trailers for The Studio? I haven't watched it yet, but it's Apple TV's new show, and I like Seth Rogen a lot. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. It looks comical. Looks like it'll be pretty fun. I'm excited for the new season of Ted Lasso that's coming out. We're going to rewatch. Maggie and I we're going to go through Ted Lasso again to be ready for it.
A Ted Lasso rewatch would be so fun.
Oh, let's do it.
We can do that.
We got that, and then I do have to mention that I'm upset that there's not a Bachelorette coming up. You've got to wait till the fall. They're doing a Golden Bachelor and a regular Bachelor in Paradise this fall, so we got to wait until then. So I'm upset about trash TV to watch until then.
I was waiting. I was like, I don't think he's got any trash TV to watch. I
know because Grant made his decision last week, and it's over in the drama that came with it. So now I got to wait.
Grant. I didn't know his name was Grant. Shout out Grant if you're watching and want to come on. If you want to bring a rose on the show, we would have.
Oh my God!
You just got so excited. I saw that. That's right. You were like,
I just want to be chosen, man.
Oh God,
I got the cough laugh. Let's go.
Let's do it for our show today. Oh God, you did it. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have a rose, send it to Memphis. Put it in a mailbox and just mail it to Memphis. It'd be like Harry Potter letters, just dead roses coming. Go Grizz tonight, guys. Watch, support our dudes. They need us tonight. They need us every night, but they really need us tonight. Have a good day today. If we can leave you with anything like we normally do, remember these 2 things. Remember to be just a little bit weird, just a little bit. Remember to smile. There it is. Smile. Bye, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.